Co-founded by industry icon Paul Fleming, pfchangs's is one of the most popular restaurant chains in America, and their hand-folded crab wontons are one of the most popular items on their dim sum menu. Welcome to Restaurant Recipe Recreations, everybody, a channel dedicated to teaching you how to create your favorite signature recipes from the most popular restaurants. And because you read the title and you saw the thumbnail, of course you know that in this episode I'm going to be teaching you how to recreate the hand-folded crab wontons served with a spicy plum sauce from pfchangs's. You might be asking yourself, what's the difference between a crabrangoon and a crab wonton? And in all honesty, not very much, except that these come from pfchangs's, so they're like an elevated version of the dim sum. And the way that they fold the wonton wrapper at pfchangs's is genius, really, because it prevents all of that delicious cheese and crab filling from sort of oozing out of the wonton wrapper when you put it into the deep fry. And I'm even going to show you how they hand fold them at pfchangs's. So let's go ahead and get started, everybody, with the hand-folded crab wontons from pfchangs's. What you're going to need for this recipe is a can of pasteurized crab meat. You're going to need room temperature cream cheese. You're going to need scallion, red pepper, and of course wonton wrappers. What you're going to need for the spicy plum sauce to accompany the wontons is actually a jar of plum sauce, which you can get at your Asian market. But you need more ingredients because we're going to doctor this plum sauce so that it tastes just like pfchangs's. You're going to need rice vinegar. You're going to need red pepper flake, fresh ginger, and fresh garlic. You're also going to need some cracked black pepper and either peanut oil or canola oil for deep frying. So start with 1 full cup of your jarred plum sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, not rice wine, but rice vinegar, 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger. If you're working like I am with fresh ginger root, then of course you know that you'll need to peel the ginger first. And then using either a microplane grater or a small grate cheese grater, you want to just go ahead and grate the ginger. Or frankly, if you wanted to just cheat, you can get yourself some fresh ginger paste and that'll work too. Using my same microplane grater, I'm going to grate the garlic. 1 teaspoon of freshly grated garlic. And then finally, just 2 teaspoons of crushed red pepper flake. And then just give that whole mix a stir and pop it in the fridge until you're ready to use it. This is a 16-ounce can of pasteurized crab. I'm only going to be using 6 ounces of this crab, which will give me between 14 and 16 wontons. Depending on how many you want to make for yourself, you would just need to adjust the ingredients depending on how many wontons you want to make. It's always a good idea when you're working with canned crab meat to just kind of sift through it a little bit, break it up with your fingers. But what you're really looking for is any little piece of shell or cartilage that might have snuck into the crab meat. Moving on to the cream cheese. This is an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, but you only need 6 ounces of it. So you've got 6 ounces of the cream cheese, 6 ounces of the crab. You just want to make sure that your cream cheese is very softened, room temperature almost. And then you want 1 tablespoon of scallion, green part only, and you just want to make sure that this is minced very finely. And 1 tablespoon of red bell pepper, and you want this chopped very finely as well. 4 cranks of cracked black pepper, and 1 small pinch of salt. And now, of course, just give this a good mix. If your cream cheese was soft enough, you shouldn't have to work at it too hard. Now we're going to stuff and fry the wontons. To begin with, these are wonton wrappers that are too large. These are 7 inches by 7 inches, but we want these wonton wrappers to be 5 by 5. So go ahead and cut off 2 inches there, and cut off 2 inches on that side. And of course, if you can find a wonton wrapper that's 5 by 5, then just go ahead and buy that. So get yourself a little dish of water because this water is going to be used to kind of act as a glue for these wontons. Take your 5-inch by 5-inch wonton wrapper, place it in front of you on a diagonal, and then just using a regular tablespoon kitchen measurement and place that right in the center. And then you just want to wet your fingers, pull the corners up, glue them down with the water, repeat the process with the other 2 corners. Carefully lift that to the side and set off for frying. All right, my friends, I'm hand rolling my last one. This makes number 14. And we are going to get ready and deep fry these little pillows of love. So I have here in my wok 3 inches of peanut oil. Once your oil gets to 350 degrees, we're going to go ahead and start frying the wontons. We're going to fry these wontons just a couple at a time because we do not want to overcrowd the wok. Place the wonton directly into the fry oil, and you want to make sure that you have enough oil that the wonton is completely submerged. And I'm only going to do 3 at a time. Let each batch of your wontons fry for about 2.5 minutes or until the wonton wrapper is a nice golden brown color. You can move them around slightly, but don't knock them around in the fry oil too much because, of course, you don't want to burst open one of the wrappers and then have all the cheese and crab mixture go into your fry oil. Once your ragoon is a nice deep golden brown like this, take it out of the fry oil and set it off to the drainage rack. And then just repeat the process, working in small batches with the rest of your wontons. Once you're finished frying all of your wontons and you've made sure that each one has had like a minute or so to drain on the drainage rack, you really do want to eat them right away. So to serve, you just take a plate, of course, and your spicy plum sauce, drizzle it all along the plate, kind of spread it in a little bit, and then just place the wontons directly on top of the spicy plum sauce, serve and enjoy. Okay, it's time for the moment of truth. Wow. Delicious. Delicious. I might even say that they're better than pfchangs's. Right? All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this recipe, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button if you haven't already. Until I see you all again, everybody, make it an awesome, awesome day. Cheers. I love y'all. And for more amazing pfchangs's recipes, check out right here.